Labour MPs have voted to keep Britain tied to EU employment laws in the House of Commons after pushing for the motion on Monday evening. A vote demanding the UK retain EU laws relating to employment rights was forced by the opposition in Parliament after reports emerged the UK government was looking to rip up employment protections enshrined in EU law. It was claimed Boris Johnson has ordered a review of workers' rights to be conducted by the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. The vote is non-binding and is largely symbolic as the government is not obligated to act on motions put forward by the opposition. MPs voted in favour of keeping the EU employment laws and regulations by 263 to 0. Speaking in the Commons, Shadow Employment Rights Secretary Andy MacDonald called for all existing employment rights and protections to be maintained, including the 48-hour working week. He said, "This pandemic has exposed the many deficiencies of workers' rights protections and now there is a real yearning that when we emerge from this crisis, a better deal for working people is not only possible but essential. And yes, the economic position is tough, but people came back from a devastating war in 1945 determined to forge a better society for their families to prosper in. Such a moment, as President Biden said, of renewal and resolve is right now. At no time in living memory has it been clear that the safety and security of working people is inextricably linked with public health and the economy." The Labour MP added it was shocking the government would even consider a review to rip up the hard-won rights of working people. Downing Street has denied there are any plans to reduce workers' rights, including scrapping the 48-hour working week, rest breaks, or the inclusion of overtime pay when calculating some holiday pay entitlements. The Prime Minister's spokesman said last week, "We will continue to look at policies to help and stimulate business growth, innovation and job creations, but those policies would never be at the expense of workers' rights." The Conservative Party added, "We have one of the best records on workers' rights in the world, often going further than the European Union in many areas, and we are committed to building on this progress."